Welcome to the Summer of Champions, the only Olympics podcast worth its weight in gold. It's Monday night, July 29th, 2024. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, she's been neglecting our houseplants to produce these classics. It's my beautiful wife, Nora Artinian.
I can't believe you just put me on blast. We had 2 yellow leaves today on various plants. I was very upset. This is a private story, but now everybody gets to know.
It's because you've been watching so much Olympic action.
Yes.
You've been researching so much about these Olympic events that our houseplants are dying.
And I'm the only one who keeps them alive.
I know.
So perhaps that's the issue.
That's true. Over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
My kids have to make their own food these days because Rachel's so into badminton and rugby sevens.
Oh no,
yes.
These households are falling
They're
apart.
completely falling apart.
You've got the rugby sevens bug. We'll talk about that later. Oh, what a sport. What a sport. It's over in a hurry. It's over in the blink of an eye. Shout out to everyone joining us live right now on YouTube. Hopefully you're doing better at keeping your plants alive and eating. Hit the button, the like button, subscribe, tell a friend about the show. Podcast listeners, leave us a 5-star rating and review. I will say right off the top here, there will be spoilers. Talking about day 3 action from the Paris Olympics. So if you don't want to be spoiled about who wins some of these events, turn us off and come back later. Tonight's drink of choice. I'm going to crack mine right now.
Ooh, that sounded nice.
It's a Mexican beer. Not Modelo.
No.
Pacifico. This is a favorite.
Yes.
Cerveza. So cheers.
No.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud. Salud. Sorry.
And it's
Sorry.
a Pilsner-style beer brewed in the Pacific Ocean port city of Mazatlan. Cheers.
I can taste the Mazatlan.
Mazatlan's getting a glow
Careful.
up. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's back, baby.
Was it not here?
I didn't know it was ever here, to be honest. So
it was a big hub in the 70s.
I
Like
see.
a stop on the Love Boat, like the Love Boat, the show. They always would feature like, we're stopping in Mazatlan this week or whatever. And then it kind of went on the decline, as sort of went the Acapulco route. But now it's on the glow up. It's coming back. It's the new PV, Puerto Vallarta, they're saying.
Oh, I love this.
Hey,
Yeah.
we should go. Let's go.
Put it on the list.
After we wrap up 17
Immediately.
straight nights of Olympic coverage here on Summer of Champions, we are going to Mexico. Well, this is a tasty, tasty beverage.
Very refreshing.
We kept it simple tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we were making Pim's cups last night.
had no time for that.
champagne. It was just, it's like just perfect in a can.
Yeah. There was 19 medals at stake today. 19
Yeah.
golds. There's no time today.
You said you were a little flustered today.
Today I was running around like a little bit stressed out, more than usual. I felt like there was always something on the TV. I woke up to sounds of whistling and yelling, and there was no end. I still enjoyed it. I was just a little bit more high-strung.
Okay. Well, our day got started really quite sweetly. Very, pun intended.
Yes, that's true.
For the first time ever, I've been doing an NBA podcast for 20 years, and no one has ever bought me breakfast.
Wow.
But that's exactly what happened today. Our number one fan, Sweet Murphy, Murph, sent us breakfast because she's such a Summer of Champions fan.
I know. What a
She's just over 1 year old. How does she know how to use the Uber Eats
She's
app?
so advanced.
She's so advanced.
I know.
She's the smartest baby we know.
And she made great choices. She sent us Nutella crepes.
That's hence the sweet part.
Cheese blintzes.
Yeah. Yeah.
A child after my own heart.
So thank you to Murphy for legit. It was a confusing morning when someone was at the door with a bag in their hand.
Yes.
And I'm going, we didn't order Uber Eats. I don't know who this is for, but it was our address. Yeah.
I don't have time to figure this out with you right now.
We figured it out.
Yes.
Thank you to our number one fan, Murphy. We love you. All right. Housekeeping before we get into the gold, silver, bronze stories of the day. A few things here. First thing, and a lot of this from the shows prior where we threw out a couple of things that we didn't know the answer to.
Sure,
We're sort of talking out of our ass.
We're learning.
Yes, but we have an incredible community helping us learn here. First thing from Jen Lauren on Twitter. She wrote in, I grew up eventing, the equestrian event that you saw yesterday. We talked about it on yesterday's Summer of Champions. To answer your question about horses getting medals, they don't get a horse-sized medal, but at major championships, they often get a rosette-type ribbon, a ribbon that goes around their neck, and they also get a blanket.
Oh, that's nice.
So they get something.
Why aren't they getting like endless carrots and bushels of apples.
So funny you said that. I responded. I said, and carrots, right?
Oh, nice.
They must get extra carrots.
Sick.
Jen responded, yes, they generally get carrots, more carrots, and a treat that they like. And she had a horse that apparently loved Skittles.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Skittles?
So they would give this horse, if it did well, or I don't know, maybe after every event, they would give it Skittles.
That's a cool horse.
Seems like it should be illegal to me. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
But I guess it's an elite athlete, right?
Yeah. That horse is doing all the work.
I know.
Right.
This is nonsense.
I know. So thank you, Jen. All right. Our next little fact here from Eduardo. JD, this one's for you. You were sort of right. I was wrong. Eduardo wrote in the YouTube comments, in judo, there is a repechage, I should say.
That's a hard word.
Yeah, draw for all that lose during the quarterfinals, and they fight for 2 bronze medals. And we were having this debate.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So there are 2 fights for bronze, and it's like JD said, in the bronze medal fight, whoever loses will get nothing. Okay. So that's how we get those multiple, I guess, sort of bronzes and stuff like that. That's in judo. Okay. And then finally, we had Pim's Cup. I was wondering, what the hell? What is PIMS?
Yes, right. And I gave a bunch of things around gin. I said gin-based liqueur, but I did say it was a little unclear online. I looked at 3 different sources, and they all kind of had varying descriptors.
Right. Well, someone in the YouTube comments had a weird YouTube name. It was like not really
bunch of
name.
Numbers.
Yeah, like user, blah, 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 blah.
But they were basically perfect for this.
They were a Brit and a professional gin distiller.
Okay.
I can confirm that Pim's is indeed a gin-based liqueur. It's a very basic gin with a lot of added sugar and fruit flavorings. Right. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So we were right.
Learning about the horses, learning about the judo and those bronze medals, and learning about Pim's.
You're not getting this anywhere else.
No. Do you think Mike Tirico's breaking this down for you like this?
They don't care. They don't care about these. They don't care about the horses.
He could never. Let's get to the gold story from day 3. And hey, look, go ahead, drop homers in the chat. Say it as loud as you want.
We don't care.
We don't give a shit. Summer McIntosh.
A queen.
Dominating the women's 400-meter individual medley. That is the one
Incredible
where they're swimming
performance.
all 4 disciplines.
Yes.
17-year-old Canadian phenom.
She destroyed everybody. There was not a chance she was not going to win that.
She's the world record holder. She's a 2-time world champion in the event, and she was, of course, considered the heavy favorite, but even a lot of people that follow this were like, whoa, she really dominated the field.
Yeah, so impressive.
And she's sort of like a Terminator. She's pretty damn stoic for a 17-year-old.
Very buttoned up, very at ease.
Like, she knows, oh, there's more to come.
I'm here to do this.
Yeah. And she already has a silver, so now she adds the gold. Her first gold, I should have said that. She has a couple more events coming up later in the week. She's going to swim in both the 200 individual medley, so same thing she just did there, but half the distance, and then the 200 fly.
Yeah, I was just overall screaming at the TV, go Summer, go. We terrified Luna.
Yes, our dog.
We were...
Our dog gets a little
We were making a lot of noise and
yep.
yelling at the TV. She's like, what is going on? But it was worth it. Just very, very excited.
She said she first realized how big her lead was at the start of the breaststroke leg, and that she knew by the end of it that she was going to win her first gold medal, which led to a very enjoyable final freestyle leg.
Wow, yeah.
So chill.
That'd feel pretty good.
That would be amazing. At 17. That's crazy.
And she was, who was second? That was the American?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
There's a lot of swimming.
But they went to that overhead shot, and I'm like, that swimmer is not doing breaststroke correctly. I was like,
call it technicality.
Well, they did say on the broadcast it's her weakest stroke, and you could tell. I mean, she just smoked her in the breast department. But it looked like her arm wasn't doing it properly from the top. But I'm no expert.
What do I know?
It is the one sport that I've actually done competitively. I've swam the IM before.
Right. Okay.
So,
and your best stroke? Remind me.
It was butterfly back in the day. Yeah.
Okay.
I could actually do
That's
it. That's the one they start with. The hardest one, the most illogical. Who would ever swim that way? If you're swimming, you mentioned it the other day. You swim away from a shark. You're not butterflying away.
Maybe the shark would be confused. What the hell is that?
Make the water all choppy.
Yeah, exactly.
Backstroke I could see because you can see where the shark is.
You can move pretty quick too.
But yeah, you're going freestyle for sure. But anyways. Right. it looked like she wasn't doing it correctly, and it was over.
A mess.
Yeah.
I love living here in Atlanta, in America. We've been here for a decade. We own a home.
Yes.
We have a dog. We all live here. We do the show here. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the weather, as hot as it gets.
Yeah.
But it's times like this when Summer McIntosh is throwing down in the pool that I'm like, oh man, give me that CBC. I want to be home in Canada.
Well, you guys missed it. Right? Like, you missed it live
JD's
because
putting us on blast.
JD,
He's
don't say
embarrassing.
that.
Don't embarrass us in front of our friends.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, the Gold Zone.
The Gold
Zone's already
Zone.
fallen off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gold Zone peaked.
Day one.
Day one, hour one.
It has been a steep decline.
You know what happened? It was like when it was just the Gold Zone, or we thought it was just the Gold Zone. We're like, okay, yeah, this is amazing. Take me all around. But then you realize, whoa, hold on. I can do this. Gold Zone, you're messing up.
Yeah, they make us complacent.
Yeah.
We can't rely on it.
Yeah.
We have to stay engaged. We make the choices.
So this race was spoiled for us. I thought Gold Zone, I trusted Gold Zone to take us to the pool. I knew we had a bunch of medal events coming up. Take us to the pool. They'll take us to the pool. Don't you worry.
Take us to the pool.
And I'm on Twitter, and then I see Summer McIntosh wins gold. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Come on, Gold Zone.
Yeah, very disappointing.
And you know why? She's Canadian.
She's Canadian.
Yeah, come on.
And but she did make their best of the day cut at the end. Like,
okay. Now we're putting her in.
Thank you.
You know, we're being a little too Homerish now. And to be fair to them, it's mostly Americans watching the Gold Zone. So, that's why you're like...
I don't think we're being too Homerish. This is the next, swimming star.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like, if she goes on to, let's say, medal a couple more times, maybe win another gold or two,
Who knows?
this, we're looking at possibly one of the best, at least, swim athletes of this Paris Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm just saying.
I agree.
Good day for Canada, though. We woke up to Canada winning a bronze in the men's diving synchronized 10-meter platform.
That's right.
And then later on, Canada's Krista Deguchi, she won gold in the women's 57-kilogram judo. Mm-hmm. Anticlimactic final.
Very anticlimactic.
I'm happy she
final.
won, but it was weird.
It was weird because she won because her opponent made mistakes.
Yeah, it's like her opponent was dropping when they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
We're learning judo here, and it is fun to watch. But it's
there was a lot of this in the beginning.
There's a lot of that, a lot of grabbing, and then you try and make a move.
Yeah.
But I think what happens is if you have to be somewhat active in your attack,
yes,
or at least in your defenses, you can't just keep dropping. And they were getting docked points or whatever, penalties.
Yeah, exactly as you said. There has to be some kind of momentum in what you're doing. You can't just drop to the ground to avoid somebody, I guess, taking you down. And you get a shido, which is sort of like a penalty.
Yeah.
And once you have two, after you get the third one, it's like, that's it. End of story.
Yeah. JD, did you see any of this? Because it ended with her, our Canadian, again, we love the gold, but it literally ended on a technicality. Okay, this other person won't stop dropping, or I guess doing these penalties. Again, we're not experts. Yeah. And it was okay, you win. So there's no wicked move to win and take her down.
Yeah, it wasn't as fun. Hugh Mimi basically made enough mistakes that it qualified Krista to win gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed it. So, yeah.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't miss it. So.
Yeah. But I do have, I'm turning into Phelps here. I got 5 medals on now. 2 golds, got that silver from Summer a couple days ago, got a couple bronzes, so 5 total medals for Canada.
I love it.
Going to keep adding them as we go on.
Yes.
Any other swimming events that you wanted to talk about? There's a couple other
I had to Google the phrase chlorine daddy today.
Okay, go on.
So we were watching the men's 200 free final, and there was a bit of an upset. The Romanian swimmer won, Popovici, and the announcers just casually, as they're describing him and kind of his acclaim and how good he is, and they're like, he calls himself Chlorine Daddy. I said, sorry, I would like to know more about
Self-labeled
this.
nickname.
Yeah, so that's his Instagram handle. And then I perused a couple articles that he was quoted in. He also called himself, quote, a skinny legend.
Okay.
Which I think is a vibe to say you're a skinny legend.
Yeah, he was. Did we not notice that? Was it him or somebody else?
That was someone else.
Oh, that was
but
a woman.
He's also quite trim.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Chlorine Daddy, check him out on Instagram. Is it cool to give yourself that nickname? I don't know.
It's usually never cool to give yourself a nickname.
Yeah.
Says the guy named Jay Skeets. But, I mean, it's a weird nickname.
It sounds like a cleaning product.
Somebody out there that's a swimming sicko, give us the list of the best nicknames in swimming. Because, like, the only other one I can think of, which is pretty badass, Ian Thorpe, the Australian swimming legend, the Torpedo.
Ooh, that's good.
That is such a badass nickname.
Very cool.
Like, what was Phelps? Did he even have a nickname?
Just Phelps.
Just Phelps?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gold medal man.
Has anyone gone like Aquaman?
Oh, you would think.
There's got to be.
Yeah,
Tell us.
Yeah,
go off in the comments.
Like, what else? What's a dolphin. Somebody had to have been a dolphin.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, though.
Why?
I don't know.
It's like, isn't that
I
assume that's like one of the fastest animals underwater.
It's not cool.
But what about a manatee? How fast they move?
Manatees are very, like, graceful.
Graceful, yeah. All right, well, let's hear from the swimming experts out there. The only other note I have from the pool is I think it was the 100-meter backstroke. The Italian won that, 52 seconds flat.
Yes.
But after the race, the American swimmer, Ryan Murphy, he won bronze in the event, so that was big. His wife, Bridget, JD, held up a sign to reveal the gender of their coming baby.
Oh.
What a gender reveal.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually I'm out on gender reveals, but
That one's kind of cute.
I don't mind it.
It's all right.
I mean, he's like, so he pops up out of the water.
Yeah.
I assume he's looking at the time first.
Right.
How did I do?
Yeah.
Did I win a medal? What's my time? And then, okay, whoa, wow, I won bronze. Look, let's see what my family's doing.
Yeah.
And there's his
It's a
wife
girl.
holding a sign that says, it's a girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
isn't
spoiler,
that
it's a
cute?
girl. Yeah.
Wow.
Very public.
Yeah.
I guess they're cool with that. I mean, you wouldn't
Yeah,
make that sign if you weren't okay with doing that.
Yeah.
Congrats to them.
It would have been like, I was trying to think, it'd been cool if he could have done the gender reveal. Like,
Ooh, he takes the
took
cap
off. You know,
off.
they wear two
yeah.
swimming caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink or blue or something like that.
Sure.
That'd be-
Okay.
Yeah, flip
That's
it.
kind of cool.
For next time, for your second
Then that
child.
cap guy can jump in and get the cap.
Oh, he's great.
Oh, God, we didn't talk about Bob the cap
And there's
catcher.
not much to say. If there's a cap in the pool, there's a guy whose job it is to go get it, and he randomly had a Speedo on to do
Well,
it.
but why?
I don't know. They don't have a long enough fetcher thing to get it.
Why is he wearing a Speedo?
Oh, that's a
that's-
personal choice.
That's he's a European.
Yeah.
They wear Speedos, don't they?
Yeah, but hold on. What's the guy's job?
I don't know.
His job is to
Literally-
no. His job is not to go get the caps out of the pool. He
It
must have
obviously is
Maybe
because
he-
that's what he did.
Maybe he's like the pool manager or
Yeah.
something, and he's just like, just in case. He just wears it under his clothes. But damn, I want this man's confidence.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
He
you just
tried-
him
especially
striding
around
out.
all these Olympic athletes that are just
He strutted out
unbelievably
there. I loved the confidence as well.
I feel like he's probably like I don't think it really took off here in America. This story of Bob the cat
Yeah.
catcher. It feels
Right.
like such a British or French thing
Yeah,
to
I
me,
guess.
where it's a bigger deal. But
That's great.
Just great.
what a guy! What a guy! All right, let's move to our silver medal, our story of the day. Now, I will say before you get into this and explain it for everyone, this one is like a couple days old. But it sort of caught fire today. We had a lot of people like tweeting at us and letting us know in
Yeah.
the comments and Instagram DMs about this particular story because it is pretty good.
I think it's still worth telling.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the perfect example of it's never too late. And this is a story of Ziying Zhang, who is making her Olympic debut at 58 years of age.
Wow.
Very impressive. Look at her. Oh, she's
Amazing.
so cute. So just some backstory on her. She was born in China in the 1960s. Her mom was a table tennis coach. So immediately as a child, she starts playing.
They put a paddle in her hand.
You know they did. And she excelled. By the age of 12, she's a pro.
Okay.
Okay. What were you doing at 12? Not a pro table tennis player.
Jesus.
Okay. And then by 16, she's on the Chinese national team, and we know they are dominant in the sport. So that speaks to her expertise.
Okay.
So she's continuing her career. And then in 1986, there's a change in the rules around table tennis. I am not a table tennis expert, but this is what I have gleaned from reading 3.5 articles.
Okay.
On the table tennis paddle, there are two surfaces. And before 1986, those surfaces were the same color, typically black. And each surface has sort of like a different texture, and it can impact
How you hit the ball.
exactly
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spin, the speed, etc.
Sure.
And she was known for quickly flipping in between and throwing her opponents off. So this is something she uses to her advantage.
Because they were the same color.
Correct.
Right.
What happens is in 86, they decide we're changing it up. You can't have the same color. we're going to change it to 2 different colors. And then people, basically know.
It's easier for the opposition to know what side you're going to hit with.
100%.
And maybe the style of shot you're going to take. Okay.
So now.
So what, she couldn't adapt to this?
Literally. Well, she's
damn it.
in her late teens, and she said it threw her entire game off. Ooh. She had kind of like a psychological block with it. She felt really weak, and technically she wasn't able to get past it. And it was so bad that she basically leaves the sport.
Okay.
So she doesn't play.
Having never competed in the Olympics. Right.
And she doesn't play for 38 years. Okay? In that time, she moves to Chile.
Oh. Okay.
She becomes a table tennis coach, but she herself is not competing.
Okay.
She gets married. She has a family. Her kids actually end up playing table tennis, not professionally or anything, but it's still something that's part of their life. Then come with me to 2020. What happens in 2020? We have COVID. Okay.
Right.
Chile goes into lockdown.
Right.
And she decides, okay, I need to do something because we're not really able to do much. She goes and buys a table tennis set.
She didn't have a table tennis set?
Not at home.
No.
They would go play it other places.
Wow.
This is according, again, to the 3.5 articles that I have read. If that's untrue, please let me know. But essentially, she starts playing in lockdown. Mm-hmm. She gets very refamiliarizes herself with it. Mm-hmm. Then once COVID is like a little bit more open, she can go back out and play. She is crushing it everywhere she plays.
Well, okay, hold on. She's in Chile now.
Okay, but still good.
I'm saying,
but she is
dominant.
in Chile. Yeah. She becomes, I say dominant, you say dominant. She becomes a #1 ranked Chile player.
Right.
Table tennis player in Chile. She gets on the team in 2023.
Let's go.
Which brings her to the Olympics this year.
It's amazing.
Which is amazing. This was like, shit, it was my dream to do this. I didn't think it was possible at my age, but she did. Now, she has already kind of been eliminated, which is...
It's already done.
It's already done.
Nah,
but
it was making it. It was getting there.
Exactly. And she said, her family came. They got to see her play live, which is incredible. Her dad is 92 years old, and he got to watch her.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really cool.
He's like, you know what? I might go out for LA. Might give it a go. I just gotta pick the right country to move to that don't have a lot of table tennis players, and maybe I'll get in there. If we see this guy at 96 years old in LA competing for, I don't know, some island somewhere. Incredible.
Anyway, it's just a really nice, wholesome story. I'm very proud of her. And she says, at my age, you have to play with happiness and not anguish. So she's not sad that she didn't get further in the Olympics.
There was too much pressure when she was a child.
Maybe.
Right? And then they changed the rules, and she's like, crap, that was my thing.
Yeah,
I was always spinning. They had no idea which way I was going to hit it.
Yeah, anyway, I'm really proud of her. We should all be proud of her. Kudos.
Good stuff. Mm-hmm. I wonder if Anthony Edwards saw her play. He has been taking in a lot of table tennis.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's like really into it. He was sort of talking crap that he could probably win a gold medal.
Well,
which he definitely couldn't, but I like his confidence. Yeah,
I love that for you, sir. But
maybe I hope he saw the
maybe she can coach him.
50-year-old woman there. From Chile, obviously originally from China. That is great. What a story, JD. It's never too late for us old guys.
I showed that picture to Rachel of the 58-year-old woman, and I was like, babe, this could be you. Pickleball, when you're 58, I mean, that's over 10 years from
really
now.
Really good, yeah.
And she's very good. And I don't think Canada has a lot of great pickleball players.
There you go.
You don't think so?
Not like Rachel.
Wow, what a ringing endorsement.
Rachel's in the American circuit.
That's right. She's playing with the best of the best.
She's at a different level.
All right. Can't wait.
I love this campaign.
I know. And let's get to the bronze medal story of the day here on day 3. This one has to do with today, and it's something that I did not see coming when we started our show this morning or started planning it. The thrilling race for the men's mountain bike gold. Mm-hmm. This was amazing. This was an amazing race. We had Great Britain's Tom Pidcock claiming victory in an epic cross-country mountain bike race. They do laps, but it's like a long course. I think they get up to 8 laps or something, but it takes like an hour and 20. Yeah. First off, early in the race, this guy who is the Olympic champion, again, Pidcock, forced to recover from a puncture he picked up on the 3rd lap. Mm-hmm. He dropped from 1st all the way back to 8th. He regained his spot with the leading pack, and that set up this finish for the ages here. There was basically 3 guys competing down the stretch, but it was Pidcock battling the French home favorite Victor Koretsky. and they traded on the last circuit, again, like last lap, like a couple of times.
I didn't realize that was even possible with sports like this because I don't know, you think outdoors and there's a lot of obstacles, they're on rocks or on gravel. They were trading spots.
Yeah, like every, I don't know, a couple hundred meters.
Yes, and then right at the end, there was a moment where there was a tree coming up and they went around the tree.
Yeah.
They split, and then Pidcock basically just edged him out, and their pedals were within like
they almost
inches.
touched like up in the forest, like you're saying. And this is the final lap, the final section, honestly. They're up in the forest, like you said. Yeah, the cool part about this, and it is very much like Rad, the greatest movie ever made. It's from the 80s. It's about BMX biking, but these courses, there are at some parts where you can go one of two ways.
Right.
Which is so badass. Like maybe one's a little more technical, and this is mountain biking here, right? Like, so these guys are going up and down, all these obstacles. But anyway, yeah, he got by him. It was like a go hard or go home sort of final move from
very
him.
gutsy.
The French guy sort of stumbled a little bit, but like got back on, and then he sort of couldn't catch him. He lost momentum. Pidcock wins, and as he crosses the line, boos. A chorus of boos from the French crowd.
Very audible boos. There was about 15,000 people there. So
yeah, they're cheering on, or trying to cheer on Koretsky, so they're upset that the Great Britain guy won. But also, I was doing some research into this. Pidcock had described this mountain bike course at Paris 2024 as, quote, bland and just gravel over a nice hillside.
Wow.
So I wonder if the French people were like, how
they said,
dare
no,
you?
thank you, sir.
But this event, I was hooked. We got into this.
Yeah, the only thing that would have improved it was some kind of like 80s soundtrack in the background propelling.
John Farnham.
Yeah, John Farnham.
Yeah.
You're to break the ice.
Feels like time is standing
Yeah,
still.
We should have just played it. We should have just played it while we watched. I don't know why we didn't do that.
That's true. We could have done that.
But yeah, it was thrilling to watch. Really exciting. Those last few laps in particular.
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't go back and watch with a full hour and 20 minutes. Just go back and watch. Maybe see the puncture.
Yeah,
and
puncture,
getting back into it.
Post-puncture.
And then the last couple laps, awesome stuff.
Great.
Yeah, really, really great race. So there you go. Gold, silver, bronze from day 3. But other events happen. I know JD specifically. You got locked into the rugby sevens. Now we got the women's going, and we had Canada beating France,
really
which was
fun.
huge.
Yeah.
It's exhilarating, thrilling. I mean, I'm all in on this sport. I finally, as I said, got Rachel in on it. And she's like, I miss my calling. She's like...
is your wife going to medal at every event?
Well, not rugby sevens, but she's like, this should have been my sport.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. But she's right. She's, I mean, you know her. She's
strong.
Spicy.
strong. She likes tackling people.
Yeah.
She's like watching them, like, elbow each other, and dive on the ball and stuff. She's like, that's how I used to play basketball.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
She's very physical.
It can be a little more physical in rugby sevens.
Yeah. So, yeah, so good, so fun. It's the ultimate Olympic sport. Like,
you love it.
I just love it.
It's having a moment. I like.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Feels like people like us have found it. And like, what is this?
How can you not love it? It's the best parts of sport. There's absolutely no lulls. There's so much action.
It's done in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're also powerful.
Yeah,
it's great.
I love the way they come in, like their entrances, like they come in 2 by 2. Each one of them has like a heart, high five.
So cute,
and it's super cute. And then even the refs get a moment. Like the refs come out, they vamp a little, and then they run out, and then there's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the game's on. And then the game's over. And it's amazing.
Should we go on a trip and watch some like rugby sevens somewhere?
Well, when we were when we were talking about the men's rugby sevens, how much we were enjoying that, and then we were like, "Oh, it's over! Damn, that's it!" And then we had a ton of people.
People did say, "Oh, they do this, they play here."
Yeah, I would go watch this in person.
Right?
100%.
Be a party.
Okay,
I think,
group trip.
Yeah. And so the women's tomorrow, we got the semifinals and the gold medal match. Because again, this is so quick.
Yeah, same day.
That you can play a couple matches. But here's what's going on. Again, Canada, big upset in France. They were saying like that was pretty shocking. And what a sneaky final try there from the Canadian too. Did you see that one where I think her name was Daniels, and like it was tied. And she, like, obviously a little scrum or whatever, and she, instead of like going back across the field as they swing it, she's like, oh, she saw a little opening down the line. I'm taking that.
Gutsy.
What a move. Anyway,
so good.
We have USA versus New Zealand. New Zealand is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
I think I want to say they beat China 55-5.
They're a problem.
So that's one of the semifinals. I think these get going underway at like 9 or 9:30 tomorrow
early.
Eastern. Yeah. And then the second one is Canada versus the Aussies, the Sheilas. They crushed Ireland.
Yeah.
Who I thought was pretty good at rugby, and they probably are. But
But I feel like anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but man, some of these teams are dominant.
Yes.
I'm just saying, if North America wins a semifinal tomorrow, I think it would be quite an upset because it feels like we're headed towards the Kiwis versus Aussies. But
yeah, it's very possible.
But we'll see. We'll be watching regardless. That was awesome. Another fun one today: men's team gymnastics. Japan won gold, China silver. USA coming through with the bronze. This is where they do 6 rotations, and they do the floor, rings, vault, parallel bars, horizontal bar, and the pommel horse. And America, again, got bronze. They hadn't medaled in this in like 16 years.
Yeah.
And they have one guy on this team that they bring just to do the pommel horse.
Pommel Daddy.
Pommel Daddy. And we have a photo of him here. This was him either meditating or sleeping.
Tell me that's not Steve Kornacki.
Roll up your sleeves, Steve. You're on the horse.
I almost expected khakis to be under those warm-ups.
Totally.
This guy, I can't remember his name. What is his name?
I'll look it up.
He's pommel horse guy to us, but he came through. But it was wild because I don't know. Actually, somebody, if you know gymnastics, let me know. How do you decide where you start? Do they literally do a draw? Because you make the rotations, right?
Right.
But I'm sure it's beneficial for some teams to be like, start with this one or end with this one.
Yeah.
It must be just random.
His name is Steven Nedrosha.
His name is Steven?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is Kornacki.
I know.
So my point was, the Americans got the pommel horse last. Again, this guy didn't compete in anything else.
He was chilling out for like 2 hours.
He was chilling out for 2.5 hours. Just sitting there going,
zen.
I'm hoping I don't blow this. And they needed him to come through too.
I bet that's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
For him. He's probably used to just chilling.
Wow. Just what a moment. What a guy. Now I know you're asking, I know you're wondering, does he compete in the glasses? No, he doesn't.
He took the specs off.
Takes them off. I guess you don't need to see anything once you're on the horse doing
what's his prescription like, I wonder, to do that? Because he's, that and then that. And then
it looks so
the
tough.
part where he turns is like really impressive when they start spinning and the wrists.
And they're all like, don't lose that momentum.
Yeah.
Just get those legs going. Don't you dare lose momentum.
Yeah, you gotta just keep going.
Yeah. So anyway, USA coming through the bronze.
That's great.
And we love that guy. We had some upsets in women's hoops. Nigeria defeated Australia.
Yeah, that was a big story.
Germany defeated Belgium. That was a bit of a shock. France crushed Canada. I know the States dominated in their game later today, so that's what's going on in women's hoops. And Djokovic beat Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
Pretty handily. 6-1, 6-4. Probably their last head-to-head. We don't know if Nadal is retiring, but that was their 60th match.
Yeah, I watched part of it, and I realized while I was watching, I think part of why I wasn't dialed in is that, like, I think what I like about the Olympics is finding out all these new athletes. I don't necessarily want to watch these, like, veteran athletes, although it is exciting to see them compete.
Yeah.
I want to know about the pommel horse guy and like these other athletes that don't normally get the same focus and attention.
Yeah.
Right. You're almost like you get all the
60
all the
matches
shine
together,
for most
guys.
of the year,
Like
for
we're
4
all
years.
Yeah. Let them have these, 17 days.
Well, Djokovic going through and going to try and get a gold. And then finally, surfing. I watched a little bit, JD, and you said you watched quite a bit.
So much surfing today.
You were out on the water, were you?
I was out on the water with those guys. So zen, so gorgeous out there in Tahiti. They're 7 hours behind us, right? Tahiti is. So
behind us on the East Coast here.
Where we are right now,
Okay.
yeah. So
aren't the waves great in the morning?
Well, yeah. I mean, it started it was 7 a.m. when they started,
there you go.
right? So, but yeah, I watched 2 guys bob up and down waiting for a wave for literally 12 minutes. I was like,
nice.
It's been, how long has it been? Like I started timing it, like the commentator is not saying anything. They're just waiting for the perfect wave.
And do they go out in pairs, sort of, it appears?
Yeah, 2 at a time.
Yeah.
And in this round today that they were two at a time. And it was rough out there, and it just got more and more rough as the day went. the 2 broken boards in the one heat. That's 30 minutes, and this is the heat that I just saw them just sitting around for 12 minutes. So.
I did see some guys like wipe out because the waves were massive.
Hammered.
They get crushed, and then the jet ski guys come in.
Yeah.
But they were like taking forever to get to this one guy, and I saw when he got finally onto the back of the jet ski, because then they're gonna whip them around, obviously get them back out there. He was like pissed. He's like, you can almost like see him say like, "Come on, let's go," because it's they only
don't
have
stop the
30
clock.
minutes. Yeah, they don't stop the clock.
Exactly.
I see.
Man. What a crazy event!
Yeah, it's great, and for some reason, no ads in the Peacock stream for surfing, right? So maybe they're just like, oh, we forgot. Or, there's only one guy watching it anyways. So
they're like,
why
it's just
bother?
JD.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just super chill. Like,
It's super chill. It's 4 hours long, and you know. It's good. It's good that there's no ads, but the ads don't snap you out of it, right? Because that's half the time I'm like, okay, ad, I'm gonna go check something else.
Yeah. Right.
But yes, it's great.
All right. So we're not through. We're not. Oh, I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I think, is the final
for men's and women's, or just men's.
Definitely men's. I'm not sure about women.
Okay.
We'll catch some surfing then tomorrow. Catch a
surfing.
wave.
That's right. Okay. Before we get to French word of the day, updated medal count after 3 days of action. Now, I was about to say the United States lead the way. 20 total medals. 3 gold, 8 silver, 9 bronze. And then you see France coming in second there. Total medals, 16. Japan with 12. China, same. But, isn't Japan really leading the Olympics right now with 6 gold medals? Again, we debated this on last night's show. When you go to NBC and you look at the medal count, this is how they have it.
Yeah.
All right? They're going on total medals.
Yeah.
But I went to the official Olympics website.
So did I.
And what did they have it as?
Japan, number 1.
Japan, number 1 right now.
Wow.
That's right.
6 gold medals. So the Olympics say it's gold, baby.
Yeah, that's really the real measure, isn't it?
Should I switch it up tomorrow and give you the actual Olympics page
Spice
for the
it
medal
up?
count?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. But a lot of medals there for the States, though a lot silver and bronze. They only got 3 gold right now. But you got track.
Still early. Yeah,
Early.
that's going to change things.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's get into the French word of the day.
Je suis un ananas.
C'est beau l'amour, l'amour, l'amour.
C'est possible. Pourquoi pas? Les ananas ne parlent pas.
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite segment here on Summer of Champions.
Okay, so today's French word of the day is actually 4 words. These are le dos, la brasse, le papillon, and la nage libre.
Jesus, we got to get all 4 of these?
Yes, but I would like for you to read these and use your brain to see if they have anything in common. So, le dos,
There's a theme.
la brasse, le papillon. Does that ring any bells?
The papillon is butterfly.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
So
think.
we must have the 4 events in the pool.
Yeah.
What are those?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
so
thing, yeah.
Okay, let me put them back up.
So what are the what are the events? We know the fly, the butterfly.
Okay, so that's butterfly.
We have backstroke. We have free.
Yeah.
And we have probably breaststroke.
Okay, so la nage libre sounds like whatever you want. So I'm going freestyle on that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right?
Keep going, JD. Cook. Be my ratatouille.
La do. La brasse sounds like breast, so, and it's a feminine word.
Yeah. Oh,
so.
good catch. Good
We're
catch.
using our brains.
Okay, so then that means la do is the backstroke. So la do, backstroke.
Wow,
La
you
brasse,
guys.
breaststroke. La papillon is butterfly, and la nage libre is freestyle.
Yeah,
Wow.
what he said.
What he said. Those are correct.
Yeah, JD.
Wow. Le dos is the back, and breaststroke, papillon, butterfly, and le nage libre is freestyle.
Freestyle.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, good job, JD.
Nailed it.
We would have drowned if I had attempted that. Great stuff. And oh my God, here, can we just take a second to comment on the beret, which I
Today-
believe is your now 3rd different beret.
Yes. It actually looks more beige in the monitor, but it's pink.
Pink, yeah.
I I'm going to attempt to wear a different beret.
What?
Every episode.
Hold on.
I have friends reaching out saying I will send you
The beret
berets.
community is
Yes, my friend Morgan and my friend Bianca. So we have berets. Oh, if you need it, we got you.
Wow.
Wow.
Women supporting women.
That's great.
And also, I may have ordered some. So there's some more coming in the post. Shout out to
How
Jeffrey
many did you
Bezos.
already own before we started this
6.
podcast? Oh my, that is too many, Nora.
Well, I will say some of them are technically more winter hats that I had from when we lived in Toronto.
Toques?
Yeah, but I think I can make them more beret-like. And I am currently bidding on an Olympic beret.
You're bidding on eBay?
Like eBay.
Yes.
Wow.
So if I get it one day.
All right, nobody go and bid on that Olympic beret
Yeah.
on eBay so we can get it at an affordable deal.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Oh, yeah, you pull it off, as always.
Oh, thank you. I'll leave it on for the rest of the show.
All right, great stuff. Let's get to the poop water.
No.
I got an update. Yeah. Concerns about the water quality in the Seine River led officials to call off the swimming portion of an Olympic triathlon training session for the second straight day today.
Crazy.
But organizers are optimistic that triathletes will be able to swim in it when the competition starts on Tuesday. Last I checked, that's tomorrow.
I'm scared.
They are banking, get this, on sunny weather and higher temperatures to bring levels of E. coli and other bacteria below the necessary limits.
How did this? Okay. Very few things irritate me more than when there's a very obvious issue that can come up.
Yeah.
As in, we're going to try and do this out in public in the Seine.
They pumped
Right.
$1.5 billion into this river.
Yeah,
to
what a
make it
waste.
swimmable.
Because guess what? We're not using it. And when they even came up with this plan, people were saying it's not doable.
Right,
It doesn't make sense.
Swimming in the Seine has been banned for over a century, though, Nora.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
gotta get the people back in the water.
The best indicator of future behavior is past behavior. We know we can't swim in it. Why are we trying to swim in it?
Wouldn't it be amazing if we could?
Yeah, a lot of things would be amazing. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. They haven't figured it
We
out.
gotta try and fix the poo water.
I read in an article today that if they can't get this figured out, they're considering just dropping the swimming portion from the triathlon.
Wow.
No. They're not considering. That's what they'll do. Organizers say backup plan is you can either postpone the events and keep hoping and pushing it down the line
But
that you can
yes.
eventually swim in it, or the swimming portion of the race will be abandoned.
That's awful.
It will be a duathlon.
That's
So you
crazy.
train for all this time, and then even if you do it and you win, you know it's not the same. No one will ever treat it the same.
I have so many questions though. If this actually happened, they had to get rid of the swimming, and you win a triathlon medal though? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you consider yourself the gold medal winner of the
Oh, I'm
triathlon? Even
sure.
though, well, hold on.
Technically-
Did you swim? No? Well,
I would think technically it would just say triathlon, but
Isn't that crazy?
we would all know.
that's pretty crazy.
We would all know.
That would be like a decathlete. Yeah, they got rid of a couple of them.
Yeah. So you did maybe
Like, well, how'd you do in all of them? Let's hear them all.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do 2 of them.
Well, there was
What do you
E.
mean? You didn't
coli.
run? No, we didn't run. That's weird to me. But
Yeah.
anyway, hopefully, the weather's going to cooperate. I did check Paris's weather report.
And
Because, okay, we had a lot of rain, right?
Yes.
That did contribute to water quality concerns. That's what they're telling us. Okay. It's supposed to be very hot in Paris on Tuesday. 96 Fahrenheit, 36 Celsius.
Damn.
that's scorching.
I think it was quite hot today, like maybe in the 30s Celsius,
Okay.
but low 30s. But that's really hot. So that,
And that's beneficial because the bacteria will hopefully die.
I guess so.
Die or swim to the bottom. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how it
it's
works.
like it's so interesting. They're not talking about whenever they discuss this. They're never like make sure there's no E. coli. They're just saying the E. coli
of
level is
course.
below a certain
Yeah.
threreshold. So there's still E. coli in there.
Well, there's E. coli in every pool. That
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah,
me?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
sorry, but people put
Gross.
their asses in the pool.
There's not as much as the Seine. So anyway, we will be watching this triathlon tomorrow, or duathlon.
What do you think
We'll
the
find
odds
out.
are that it happens?
I think they're doing it.
Yeah.
I think they're like...
You think they're going to force it?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Get in. You're not in there long.
Everyone gets a free hospital stay.
Yeah, swim
swim
faster.
fast.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Swim fast. I mean, I don't wish this on the athletes, but part of me for the story, I want them to compete, go in the water.
No.
They have the race, and then like 3
They're
days
all
later,
sick.
well, every triathlete is sick and in the hospital. Like, whoops.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
Hopefully not.
It's going to look cool. Like, just the bike races through the streets of Paris. Like, I mean, if they can pull it off, if the swimming
look
happens,
incredible.
it's going to look
Everything.
incredible. So,
Everything has looked incredible.
yeah,
Visually.
You're right.
You said this starts at like 2 in the
2
morning
a.m.
our time.
yeah.
So they started super early there, right?
Yeah.
Before it gets mad hot.
Yeah.
They're like, hold on, we got to check the water first, though, before you get in there. Amazing. So we'll find out tomorrow whether they actually compete in the Seine. Let's get, though, to some trivia. It's quiz pop time. Nora, you've got some trivia.
So I'm going to give us some CanCon today.
Okay.
For those who are not Canadian, that means Canadian content. So we're going to go to the Winter Games just to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Just for, why not?
That's fine.
Okay.
For shits and
You gave
gigs.
a bit of a look. And
I'm in summer mode.
Okay.
Poop water mode.
Okay, well, let's get this as a contrast. It'll make you
Okay.
feel even warmer.
Sure.
So during the 2006 Winter Olympics do you remember where that was?
I want to say Italy.
Torino, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell
So Canadian cross-country skier Sarah Runner broke her pole midway through her event. So you can imagine cross-country skiing.
Yep.
You need those poles. And that's her with another Canadian Olympian, Becky Scott, on the left. Okay. A ski coach for the Norwegian team saw that her pole broke, and this guy, Bjornar Hirkensmoen, I'm sure I'm butchering that,
Nice.
but I wanted to give him credit. He took action, and he brought one of his extra poles and gave it to her.
I vaguely remember this.
This was a big story at the time.
Yeah.
So this act of fair play allowed Sarah to go ahead and win silver for Canada, which is huge. Now, some say it cost Norway a medal because this dropped them to 4th. So if he hadn't have helped her, they would have probably medaled. So the Canadians were overjoyed on the whole that this had happened, and they wanted to show their gratitude to Bjornar for this moment of true sportsmanship. So they gifted him which of the following?
Oh my God.
Option 1,
All right.
honorary Canadian citizenship.
Oh God, no, come on.
Option 2, 5 tons of Canadian maple syrup. Option 3, custom ski poles for the entire Norwegian delegation. Option 4, an all-expense-paid trip across Canada for Bjornar and his family. So you have,
Damn, these are good, Nora. You're good at this, Nora.
come on over and be Canadian, here's your citizenship.
No, see, let's throw that one out. That sounds legit insane to me.
Okay.
More insane than 5 tons of maple syrup.
That one also a little insane.
And then custom ski poles for the whole delegation.
Norway doesn't need that.
Or all expense paid trip across Canada for Bjornar and his family.
You think
I
it's that
believe
one?
it's this last one. That's a nice gift. Show the country. The other, wait, you think it's citizenship?
What year are we talking again?
We're still trying to get our green card.
This
here,
is,
man.
I know, right? They're just
Canada,
handing them out.
It is Canada.
This was in 2006.
All right.
I think they gave him a nice cross-country trip. Yeah, take that beautiful scenic train, man. See the
yeah.
Rockies.
Yeah.
See all the other provinces. Rockies are the real.
Yeah, but I think you forget you've been here too long in this country because you're forgetting the capacity for apology.
Oh, that's true.
For Canadians to apologize.
It's not
and
really,
make
but
amends.
it's not really an apology. I think you have it backwards there, because this is fair play.
Yeah, but
This
you
is
feel
this is a thank you. This
Yeah,
is like,
he's just
my
saying
God.
But
they
they feel
felt
bad.
bad because they didn't
feel bad.
medal.
They don't feel bad.
Okay, well I'm with
Do
you.
not feel
It's
bad.
it's either the citizenship or the trip. The trip. I think let's go trip.
Let's go trip.
Okay, locking in trip.
Locking in
in
trip.
trip.
Well, I hate to break it to you boys, but that's not what they did.
Oh my God, what'd they give him?
They gave him 5 tons of Canadian maple syrup.
Oh man,
So the
what do you even do with that much?
Well, the fan reaction was so strong to Bjornar that regular Canadians just started donating maple syrup, and it became something called, wait for it, Project Maple Syrup. And they ended up coming up with 5 tons of it. And then they were like, what do we do with this? So then the Canadian government had to work with the Norwegian government to figure out a way to get this to Bjornar without any duties and taxes and stuff. So both countries waived it and they did it for free. He had not really been familiar with maple syrup.
He's
so
like, he hated it.
yes, he tried it and he said, it's sweet and a little unusual.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
he's like, I would have loved to seen your country.
Yes,
Exactly.
well, fancy you say that. Him and Sarah ended up kind of becoming friends in the process, and he became the parade marshal for the Calgary Stampede that year.
Oh.
So he and Sarah rode their horses at the front of the parade together. So he did
Okay.
see part of Canada. But if I was in charge of this, I definitely would have given him a trip.
Yeah.
And not 5 tons of maple syrup. What's he
That's
supposed to
too
do with
much.
that?
That's where you. I mean, that's too much.
It's insane. What are we doing?
Yeah. Also, the idea of like, I would love to give him some too. I've got a half bottle in my fridge.
Yeah.
It's like, we're good.
Crowdsourced syrup.
Totally. You know, my parents would have gone to Costco and got him like a giant jug.
But also, I don't know. Get him a
Sorry, Norway. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry about all the
thank you.
He's still eating that maple syrup, I'm sure.
He's got diabetes.
Oh no.
We killed this guy.
Oh no, Bjornar.
All right, let's get into some must-watch Olympic events for day 4 over there in Paris. We're talking about Tuesday, July 30th. We're near the end of July here, guys.
Wow.
Here's some things to watch. We got the women's gymnastics team final. Oh, you can bet your butt we're going to be talking about Simone Biles
For sure.
on tomorrow's show. The men's triathlon, or is it duathlon? We're going to find out tomorrow. In the pool swimming, women's 100-meter back. We've got that women's rugby sevens gold.
That'll be great.
Also the matches, the semifinals to get to that. They start earlier in the day. I think the goal is at 1:45 p.m. Eastern. Surfing finals, JD.
Sweet.
And men's hoops, I'm going to be up early for Canada versus Australia. Big game there in that group. Also up for grabs when it comes to gold. Mixed team air pistol, fencing, judo, and mixed doubles table tennis.
Another jam-packed
I think
day.
there's, what'd you say? There was 19 gold medals up
There
for
were
grabs
19
today?
golds up for grabs.
I think there's only going to be more
Yeah.
tomorrow and the coming days, Nora. There's something like over 1,000 medals given out.
It's crazy.
Yeah, when you add
I'm
them
waiting
all
for
up.
Armenia to get up in there.
Nothing yet?
Are you going to put
yet.
on medals when Armenia wins?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Some catching up to do.
Yeah, I do. But
My neck is getting sore.
our sports are like wrestling, boxing.
yeah.
I think we have a gymnast.
Weightlifting, usually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are a little bit, in a couple days, they're not quite the right time yet.
The Armenians short in stature.
We are
but
powerful,
strong.
powerful and small.
Yes.
Feisty.
Yes. All right, so yes, if Armenian wins a medal, you put it on. That's
And
the
you.
move. Well, no, I'm wearing Canadian medals.
Okay, but you should.
I'm not Armenian.
You are, by association.
You married into it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you're putting on the medal. All right, quick check-in on the Summer of Champions fantasy pool in the Make Your Picks app. Hopefully a lot of you are playing along. I was doing okay. I think I was ranked 80th. And that may be before Summer came through with another goal. So I might have gone up a little bit. But we want to remind everyone that you need to make new predictions for round 2 before tomorrow night. Because in addition to drafting your team, which you hopefully did, you can't change that. That's locked. But there's all these like fun little questions to gain more points. They're predictions. So you get those in for round 2 before tomorrow night. I just did mine. You did yours on the way over. And then round 3 will become available on Wednesday morning. So go to the predictions tab, make those predictions because you want to keep accumulating those points in the Summer of Champions fantasy pool. At some point later this week, we'll see how the 3 of us are doing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, that's
do
a good
little
idea.
Deep dive into it. And before we wrap this one up, we got one final picture to show everyone on YouTube. And it's this surfing pic. And we had V Fox write in on Instagram explaining this pic. Surf at Tahiti, round 3, Brazil's Gabriel Medina. He won his heat against the same Japanese surfer who defeated him in Tokyo 2021. And this photo is from the end of the best wave ever in Olympic surf.
Wow.
It got a 9.9 grade.
Wow.
So they grade these waves on how, like, obviously powerful and big they are and all that. So this is him, Medina, celebrating after completing the wave.
Appears to be levitating.
Yeah, the photo for the podcast listener, worth seeking out. We've shared it on our Instagram account. Like tethered to his board, and he is holding up the number 1 as he appears to just float in midair like Iron Man.
It's crazy looking.
And it looks so sick. This is one of the best picks so far from the Olympics.
Yeah, I love it.
So thank you to V Fox for explaining what was going on here.
Yeah, it required explanation.
And with that, we will call the end to Summer of Champions, day 3 when it comes to the Paris events, our 4th podcast in a row because we did the opening ceremony. How are you holding up?
Well, as I said earlier, today was a bit of a just more overwhelming than it had been, but that's fine. Some days are going to be like that. I think tomorrow is a new day. Perhaps another toddler will send us breakfast.
Yeah.
So
if you'd like to send us breakfast by way of Uber Eats, our address is. That was great. What a way to start the day. Gave me a lot of energy.
When's the last time you had a cheese blintz?
Well, I was eating the Nutella crepe.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow, you were.
I don't eat that for breakfast normally.
That sugar hit real quick. Yeah. You were like, this is on next, and this is gonna happen. And I was like, maybe that's what was stressing me out.
Maybe that's why I was so into that mountain biking race. I was like, thought I was out there. But thank you again to Murph for that kind gesture.
Yeah, thanks, Murphy.
All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. We'd really, really appreciate it. We do love everybody correcting us or giving us more information in the YouTube comments, or you can tweet at me at JSkeets. You can hit us up on Instagram. We like it. We try and read everything, and
for sure.
It's very helpful. We're learning a lot here.
We're all learning together.
We are so tapped into the Olympics right now.
My brain is so full.
It's nuts. It is nuts. But we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern here live on YouTube. Until then, final thoughts?
Just excited for another day of the Olympics.
We got to go home and water the plants.
Yes.
Brace the night, people.